Hey, good morning, and welcome to another weekly update. Uh, we'd go back to the Aloha Fridays once it's below freezing outside. So hopefully that will happen soon. Probably not for several months as we move through these winter months. I did want to share some information as far as some things that are happening around. I'm sure you're getting the same nightly emails that I'm getting as far as the COVID impact here at Middle School North. When I actually look at the numbers, it's not a big change from what we've had over this pandemic. Some of the numbers across the district are a little concerning, but the students have been great as far as washing their work areas, wearing their masks, watching their distances, using hand sanitizer and washing their hands and things like that. So, here at school, we are doing everything we can do to limit exposure and, maintaining that safe work environment for students and staff. And so I just wanted to, tell you guys how much I appreciate you as parents as far as supporting that at home as well. And then here in school, I am trying to do as many of the hands-on activities, as many of the labs that I can normally do. I haven't been able to do as many just because of the only having kids here 2 days a week. I have had to scale that down a little bit, but I have gotten some questions as far as, well, what about if a kid's in quarantine or isolation and misses a lab? What we do in order to deal with that is a lot of times I'll put the data into the presentation for that. So kids have access to the data that we've been collecting in class. Now, of course, that's the fun part. The fun part is collecting the data. So they're missing out on that experience, but they can still get the data in order to complete the assignment that's in Canvas. And so even if a student is not here at school, the expectation is still that they complete the assignment. But I'll freely admit it's not as fun. The data collection part is the fun part. A lot of the labs that we do in class actually use materials that you might have at home. Things like baking soda, baking powder, cornstarch, cream of tartar, water, of course, and vinegar. There are some things that you might not have at home, like iodine, but the iodine you might have in a medicine cabinet or things like that. Some of the chemicals we use, undoubtedly you won't have access to at home. But like in honors, we're doing a lab with catalase, potato catalase. And so in honors, if you have a potato and you have some hydrogen peroxide, you can repeat that experiment, that lab at home as well. But again, the data itself is in the assignment. So even if they're not here, they can still get the assignment completed. As far as next week we're going to be finishing up the EL on chemical reactions. And so my plan is on Monday to do I shouldn't say that. My plan is early in the week to do some review, and then Wednesday's e-learning will be like a practice quiz for them. And then they'll take the actual quiz on Thursday or Friday. There is a written part for each of the quizzes. So if they're not here, I would encourage you to contact me about that, and I can send a digital version of that they can complete at home on their own, maybe using Notability or something. But they can go ahead and do the online part, the quiz that'll show up in Canvas. They can go ahead and do that part. But the written part, I prefer that they do it in person, but if that's not possible, we'll certainly make all accommodations necessary. Remember, on those quizzes, they can use their science notebook. So it's a good time to sit down and review what's in the notebook. Remember that I keep a notebook just like theirs. And so if they want to use my notebook, to take pictures of, to get theirs updated, I had several students do that yesterday. I'll also be sending out a list of things that should be in their science notebook early next week. So I've already got all that set up in Canvas, and that will be pushed out early next week. And so that's my plan for next week. We also I'm planning for a chemistry final. Now, that chemistry final is going to cover atomic structure, periodic table, and chemical reactions. So that's about 2 weeks away. I'll give you more information on that next week in the next week's update. So, but just wanted you to be aware of that I do plan on giving a chemistry final, and I'll just wait on giving you more information on that. So again, as always, keep safe. If you have any questions, please contact me, and know that I really appreciate everything you guys do as parents to support the learning that's taking place here at Middle School North. Thank you so much.